From China, Iran, Australia, and we've now been doing some outreach work in India for the last year and a half. We also have 2 scholarships available, full scholarships for students to come and study from India. We also recently scholarshiped a student from Ghana in West Africa who's just graduated and gone back there. So there's some very exciting things going on, and we're very proud to be part of the Haywood community. And I guess that's the message I want to share with you this evening. Hopefully our students are good citizens. They hopefully pay the rent in your houses and shop nicely in the stores, and many of them you may employ in your restaurants or other businesses. But they come here, they spend 4 years here, they're great citizens, and they're very proud to be part of Haywood. We're also very excited that 4 years ago I began this, what we called the President's Advisory Committee on Sustainability. And it was just an idea to get students together and talk about things, a way we can make the world a better place by doing our little piece. And that's been headed up tremendously by Dr. Kerry Duggins, who's here at the back waving. And the students, this generation are an amazing group. They came into my office one day and they said, "Did you know?" I'm like, uh-oh. They said, "Did you know you use 1.2 million pieces of paper like this every year at the campus?" And then they said, "Did you know the paper comes from Portugal?" And then they said, "And did you know it's from trees?" And then they said, well, there's a smart. Then they said, "But did you know this paper here is recycled from Iowa? So it's American jobs, lower carbon footprint." And then they said, "This paper's $43 a box and this one's $38 a box." And so there was like just a little initiative which, all those little things make a difference. And we went one step further and said, let's reduce that paper usage by 25%. And we've been committed to do that. The other exciting thing is we're in the process of getting a new accreditation with a regional agency called WAS, the Western Association of Schools and Colleges. What that's going to open us up to do is offer an undergraduate program and also increase our international student market base from other countries, which we've been dating with for the last few years, including students from Norway and some other countries. So we're really excited about that initiative, which, all going well, will be in place by July. But the final thing I wanted to mention this evening was an exciting initiative we've been working on for a couple of years, and it came to fruition just a year ago. And that was, we began a rugby program here. And you can say, well, why rugby? And you may be interested to know that it's the fastest growing sport in the United States. There's 122 new rugby clubs on college campuses in the United States in the last 4 years. The American team will be represented in the Summer Olympics next year in 2016 for the first time. And of course there's a lot less head and brain injuries compared to NFL. So we started a little team a year ago, and we hired a coach from Australia who came here to teach and do some communications. And one person turned up at training 15 months ago, and it was the coach. Well, a couple of kids who lived across the road, one of them was Samoan and one of them was Tongan, came across and they said, "Our fathers used to play rugby years ago here in the Haywood Griffins, who won a championship, national championship 10 years ago. They said, 'Do you mind if we play?'" And what we quickly realised within a few short weeks was for this team to get on the ground, off the ground and then on the field in the first probably 3 to 4 years, it wasn't going to be a college team, it was going to be a community team. And so we set about that, and we now currently have 3 groups of players on the team. We have some college students, we have some college students who are on scholarship, and then we have some community players who currently make up 2/3 of the team. So we started last January, and if you followed the Tri-City Voice, we went all the way to the national final, beating 880 teams in the country, which was remarkable. But the interesting thing about this club, or this club team which the college is supporting, is a number of these Tongan players had no other vehicle for sport, they had no other outlet. And there's 1,000 Pacific Island families in the Haywood community, and it's fair to say without this sport as a vehicle, some of them may end up going off the rails or perhaps be on the street. So we gave them a vehicle to athletic success. 2 of the players when we went to the national final had never been on an aeroplane before in their life. Anyway, we made it to the national final. We got beaten by a team from New York who had deeper pockets and were a better team. And then the coach quits. So we're like, what do you do? Well, if you were any country in the world and you wanted to build a championship basketball team, you'd hire a coach from what country? USA, America, exactly. So we advertised on the USA Rugby website. We had coaches from all over the world, and 4 months ago we appointed a coach from New Zealand, who have the greatest rugby team in the world. And he's a former international rugby player. He's a former professional rugby player, and until recently he was the assistant coach of the Tongan international team. Tonga ranked 13th in world rugby, and the USA currently ranked 17th. Well, with an influx of an international coach has come an influx of international interest, people wanting to come and study at Life West on scholarship and be part of this program. So the program has exploded in the last 3 months. We now have a men's A team and a men's B team. We also, our board signed off in October to have a women's scholarship team, and we have 4 USA Eagles coming to study at Life West in April to earn up to 95% academic scholarship to be on this team. And it's something really organic. We couldn't have predicted a year and a half ago that it would be the story of Hayward. But it is an exciting story, and we're looking forward to the season in front of us. We then advertised for a coach for the women's team, and this gentleman arrives here on Monday. He's the current captain of the Tongan team. He's just finished a season in Japan, and he's going to the World Cup in September. So it's really, really exciting. It's a Hayward story, and our request to you this evening is we'd love you to be part of that story. One of the things that we did was we bought a piece of equipment. It's down in our back storage area there for $5,000. It's called a scrum sled. It's basically how the big people practice. And we loaned that to the Hayward High School team, who practice on the same field as us in Sunset on a Tuesday and Thursday night. And if you want to come and see some committed athletes, you can see the high school kids who are actually bigger than the men's team. And we have like 90 players there who train on a Tuesday and Thursday night. So our request to you as local businesses is this. We've got a couple of our players here, scholarship players. If you can hold up those brochures. We'd love you to join our rugby program. You can join at a $500 level or up to a $3,000 level. And we'd love you to be part of this Hayward story. There's actually a bigger story that's going to unfold in the next few years, and that is that there's a possibility that there'll be an international quality rugby stadium here in the city of Hayward. And there's a lot of people working behind the scenes for a number of years to see that happen. So this is not about rugby, this is about Hayward. And it's our desire that some of those Hayward players may go on to the national team. And one of them who's currently at Chambr, who knew nothing about chiropractic, and it's fair to say probably had low expectations of what he could have achieved in life, is likely to come here to Life West as a student on scholarship to become a chiropractor, joining us in July. So not only is it a feel-good story, it has a deep story back to the youth of Hayward. And if your business is inclined to get behind us and support us, our job is to take these young men and women and give them a higher sense of purpose in life. Be great citizens for Hayward, and hopefully bring back to Hayward some trophies, which we're planning on doing in April and May. So anyway, that being said, I want to thank you for being here. I know we've got a tight program. Enjoy the drinks and the camaraderie. And if you're interested and you want to see the team, we have hired the Cal State East Bay Stadium, football stadium, as our home ground. And there'll probably be 500 Tongan supporters seeing a new coach, Saturday week, our next game's in 2 weeks. But anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks to Kim and the Chamber, and we'll look forward to a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Provide a suitable introduction to Dr. Gay. Build him up.
Thank you. What I did forget to mention was that we were very proud to support Proposition L, which has been worked on by a number of people over the last few years, and that was the bond measure to spend $260 million in Hayward on the high schools, of which everyone's going to benefit. We're also at the campus here spending $5 million this calendar year on campus upgrades.
May I get
building a new auditorium here, which will seat 900 people and be available for the community.
So,
but as you know, we also have a community health centre, which is a chiropractic centre staffed by our senior interns. And about a year and a half ago, we were looking for a new person to lead that facility, which takes care of about 1,000 people a week. Some of those are mums and dads, some of those are people in wheelchairs, and some of those people are in the room here tonight. So we looked around the world and the country and the community, and we wanted to find a person who had significant experience in running successful chiropractic offices, so he could be a role model to our students.
Thank you so much.
And then we looked for a person who coached chiropractors out in practice to understand, what it's like out in the real world. And just over a year ago, we appointed Dr. Timothy Gay, who's formerly from San Diego and was formerly involved on the board of trustees or board of regents here at the college. So we're very, very blessed to have him here in Hayward. We're very blessed to have him at the college. I know the students are excited that he brings a commercial reality about life after the college. So without further ado, to say a few words about the health centre, please welcome Dr. Tim Gay.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Wow, that was really nice. I feel really hyped up now. What I would like to say first in starting out is I'd like to thank Dr. Mark Chambr for being a big part of the Chamber and bringing back information and being behind this, because he was one of the people who were very instrumental in making this happen. I'd also like to say that if you haven't who has not had a tour of the health center yet? If you haven't had a tour, I'd love to have you have a tour of the health center so that you can see the differences that are going to be happening as we grow and go into the health center and make some substantial changes in the way it looks, the way it feels, and it's going to be just a fantastic health center in the sense of what it's going to be for not only the community of Hayward, but also for the patients that attend the health center. The other thing too that I'd like to mention real quickly, because I know I'm on kind of a time schedule, is we have our own spinal care classes, educational classes that we have here to help people understand better as to what chiropractic is. There's a lot of people that don't really have an understanding of what we do and how we do what we do. And with this being such a great facility, with great interns and great chiropractic teachers and doctors here, it's given us a great opportunity to really showcase what chiropractic is. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about too is if any of you need someone to come out and speak to your corporation or your business about healthcare, about injury prevention, about stress management, about a number of different issues that take place in a work environment, we have perfect people here for you to have them come out and do this for you. Work injury prevention, ergonomics, and a variety of different talks. So I want to thank you all for being here tonight. I want you to know that the Health Center is here for you and to help you reach your optimal health needs, and thanks again so much.
So we're nearing the end of our program, but Dr. Gay, if someone wants a tour, where should we meet after our session?
Raise your hands.
Yeah.
We'll have some.
Why don't you give us a location? Over by the bar? How about that? That's one of my favorite places. Come over to the bar. Okay, excellent.
Meet you here. It'll be perfect.
That's terrific. You know, one of our themes this evening is, if you saw our publicity, is green. And that's because our college here recently won an award for its greenness. And we've got some other folks in the audience that are going to be recognized. So let's bring up Pamela Evans of the Alameda County Green Business Program. Pamela.
Well, good evening, everyone. I am Pamela Evans. I'm here to recognize some green businesses in Hayward. I'm Alameda County's Green Business Coordinator. We are part of the Bay Area Green Business Program. We promote environmentally responsible business practices through on-site technical assistance, third-party certification, and public recognition. Now, green businesses in Alameda County have, as a group, in the past year, cut enough greenhouse gases to equal the planting of hundreds of acres of forests, and they've saved over 600,000 gallons of water and diverted over 3,000 tons of waste out of landfill and into recycling and composting. We're recognizing newly certified green businesses here in Hayward, and also some who became recertified in the last year. These exemplify the strong environmental and community values shared by so many Bay Area green businesses. So if you can please come up as I call your business name. First, we want to recognize our host, Life Chiropractic College West, Dr. Brian Kelly, if he's still here, all right. So congratulations on becoming a green business. And Terry Duggins, who was instrumental. Yeah. we have Kim Huggett, of course, representing one of the organizers of the event. Hayward Chamber of Commerce was certified as a green business last month. And Hayward's first restaurant to be certified as a green business is the Cannery Cafe. And this establishment is run by Deborah Pfisterer. Congratulations. All right. And the City of Hayward Fleet Management Division was certified earlier this year. Eric Pearson and Vera Dolly Lacaz are here, so we'd like to congratulate them and say thank you for participating in the program.
Council members, Mr. Marquez here with us.
Is anyone here from Way to Be Designs? Okay, very good. Wayne Beasley is here from Way to Be Designs. Great. So I just wanted to say why we are, stay here for just a second, Wayne, we're not done. Way to Be Designs has been with the program for quite a while, and they were recertified as a green business in the past year. But also we're very excited because they're one of this year's winners of the state's Cool California Small Business Awards. And how they earn that award is by reducing the climate impacts through efficient operations and conservation. So thank you. Congratulations to all of these businesses. To learn more about the Green Business Recognition and also the recognition through the City of Hayward, please visit us at our tables sometime during the evening. And with that, I would now like to turn it over to Eric Pearson with the City of Hayward, and he's got a few things to say as well.
Thank you, Pam. So hi, my name is Eric Pearson. I'm the Environmental Services Manager for the City of Hayward, and I just want to make a quick announcement that we just opened up our nomination period for our annual environmental awards. Nominations are due by March 6th, and this is a program where we recognize businesses, schools, individuals, and organizations for the nonprofits. We recognize them for exceptional efforts in sustainability, including energy efficiency, renewable energy, recycling and composting, and environmental education. Winners are recognized by the City Council at a meeting in April. And we have nomination forms at the table over here. There's a flyer with a nomination form on the back. You can also fill out a nomination form online on the city's website at the Green Hayward page. And again, nominations are due March 6th. And also, if you have any questions about recycling or organics collection, please stop by and see us over at the table. Thank you.
Part of the Chamber's process for selecting, for going through this process was we had to change our toilet paper. So I'll leave it to your imagination how we did an evaluation, but part of that's part of the process. So some parts of it are easier than others. I did want to acknowledge, just before we get to the prizes, we have representatives here tonight from a 117-year-old organization in Hayward, the Hill and Valley Club, led by Donna Choke. Donna, thank you. We're glad you're here. Thank you. So, we got a wonderful facility on B Street. Only 110, I apologize. Okay, so there were no charter members here.
Okay, can I get you anything?
We got a
Can I
great
get you
event
anything?
coming up, the Shrimp Appeal. They got some flyers over here on the table, so you're welcome to take advantage of that. We're delighted to have you here. And just a couple of things. We have Life Chiropractic College West has a great connection with India. And the Chamber has an India luncheon for the new Consul General of India, Ambassador Ashok. So you're all welcome to attend that as Chamber members. Our nonprofit alliance meets next week, and to talk about cultivating donors. So if you're in a nonprofit organization, you're thinking about donors, that's a great event to attend. And then our Latino Business Roundtable meets next week. And now our prize master. What's that? Oh, our plaque. I'm sorry, I apologize. We don't do it, we don't do any of that without doing at least one plaque. Forgive me, Donna. As a new member for the Hill and Valley Club, welcome to the Hayward Chamber of Commerce.
After 102 years. That's right. That's great.
Okay, Ed, come on out, let's give away some stuff.
Thank you, Kim. My name is Ed Mullins. I'm chair of the Ambassador Committee, and it's one of the very fun groups because we get to do fun things. Helping me tonight as my Vanna of sorts is Lucy Muir Gallegos. She's one of our newest ambassadors, and she's with Realty World Neighbors. So when you need real estate, she's the go-to gal. Does everyone have a card in the basket? Because the only way you'll get a prize, with one exception, is to have a card in the basket. And I can issue a guarantee tonight that everyone will walk away a winner. We don't always say that, and I can come through with it this time. So, we have some prizes from Life Chiropractic. And, all right, so, Lucy, if you will draw the lucky card. The winner is Syed Karim from Quick Print. And Syed, you have plastic and there's a lot of little goodies in there. I don't know what they are, so you can tell us later when you open that.
Photographer and bartender.
You get adjustments.
Again, courtesy
That's
of
what I really just need to do.
our chiropractic college host, Craig Judy from Bay Commercial Bank.
Absolutely.
You have a bottle of
it's
Northern wine.
It's not in there.
I think you've been known to open a bottle or two once in a while. Okay.
Anyone is okay. He was wanting to keep it in the mall.
And we have
To do the kind of like the
Life with Gladiators t-shirt, Gladiators rugby team
kid here.
that will go to
Me too.
we have from, okay, they didn't have their own card, but the name written on this one is Had. That's
Need another one?
Had Miller? Had, come on up. You're now a gladiator, you can fight in the arena to the death.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, this is like with gladiators. Congratulations. Now, this is a jersey from the Life West Gladiator rugby team, which is a large. If you don't happen to be a large, then you have plenty of room. If you're an extra large, then stay in. And that lucky winner is Gloria Griswold from Hill and Valley Club. You don't look like a large, but you probably know somebody. Yeah, thank you. Okay. You know, it's interesting that there's no design to it. It's all by chance, but I think someone somewhere is looking over us. Now, I said that everyone who walks away a winner tonight, everybody gets something. Our host is providing a complimentary 12-point evaluation, full health consultation, spinal screening, and tour of the health center to everyone. So before you leave, make sure you get one of these cards. I believe they're right over there. Is that correct? And it's complimentary, which means free, which means no cost. And like I said, everyone walks away a winner, in addition to having a great time here tonight. So on behalf of the Chamber, I appreciate your being here and having a great time. And there's more food, there's more beverage, so you don't have to run away. Thank you.